grab. Okay, so I'm gonna come heel edge, front side spin, nollie up in.
What the hell's going on? What kind of trick are you trying?
I don't know. I think I'm trying this like front side 180 nose roll butter.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see it.
That's okay. So Katie does the 2 frontside nose roll 180s. So let's make a tutorial for this. What can I see what you're trying?
What I think I'm trying?
Yeah.
Moving?
Let's go from there. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Holy shit! Jesus. Getting wild, getting wild, getting wild. Okay, for me, that's the dangerous way to do it when you're transferring over, because if you go heel side to heel side, you can go as fast as you want and never catch an edge. But you have to kind of finesse it and keep it on the heel side edge only. So let me show you my version. Ready?
Whoa, Ryan Knapton cam! Knapton cam!
These awful views and hardly anyone out here. Hey, so the way I think of those frontside 180 nose rolls and the switch version is basically from the middle of the heel side carve, transferring even pressure from the heel side edge into the nose or tail, whatever is facing downhill for you, transferring and pivoting around that edge, and then landing it clean, and then transferring that pressure back evenly as possible into the heel side edge and riding away in the switch heel side carve. So it's one arc and the other arc, and that's what keeps it nice and clean and stable. And then doing it that way, you're only keeping your heel side edge down, and basically I can ride as fast as I want over some big rolls and really drive the nose in and hold it and hold it and hold it, and have 0% chance of catching an edge because I'm not transferring it over. So that's what Katie was doing those first couple. And
but
then,
not to do.
And then I'm not sure I actually captured those. And then she just practiced a couple, and all of a sudden was doing it really right and making the carve in and the carve out. So switch heel side carve is absolutely essential to really make these nice and clean.
I would also say that choosing the right pitch to do it on, making it sure it's a little bit flatter to get used to it, is a huge part in having it successful.
And then the funnest things to do it on too is if there's a little roll, because you can almost think of it just being a frontside 180 heel side to heel side ollie, a frontside 180 ollie, heel side to heel side edge. But instead of leaving the ground, you're just driving the heel edge of the nose into the ground in between it. So yeah, let's capture a couple more. Very first one, we're going too far down, straight down the fall line rather than landing in a carve.
Yeah.
And so we had to switch over to your toes. And of course, that's better than catching an edge if you're over-rotate it. But yeah, it really doesn't take much of a rotation at all. You can almost think about it being like a 90-degree rotation
90, yeah.
in between two carves.
Yeah. Is that it? Did I do it? Did it work?
Nothing hard about that, huh? And have you ever actually tried them like that style?
Nah.
Yeah, nothing hard about that. And the things I like about that, one, it'll help on the upper body rotation and the edge control going into jumps and off rollers for ollies, and that edge control is the exact same. The upper body rotation is the exact same, so it'll help out your 180s substantially, especially the heel side to heel side version.
Definitely a huge tip, as always, as I say, bend your knees, guys.
Yep.
The lower that you're in a more ready, stable position,
Yep.
the more you can catch if you make any mistakes.
Athletic stance, if you need to point your fingers out like a side slip position, that is very acceptable. And I'd say actually when you land those, you know, landing, you're not actually catching air, but there's a landing. Absorb that with your legs as gentle as possible, because you can land too hard and too firmly on your heel side edge and wash out, have weird things happen. And then one of the other reasons I really like that trick is it's just such a good one to practice for those, one of my favorite ones, those frontside nollie 360 pops, because it's the exact same rotation, but the other one you just drive into it more and let it pop. Hey, thank you for working on those.
My pleasure.
And yeah, they're really not a hard one. It's just a matter about not snowboarding on how you ever do every day. It's just kind of just sitting there by yourself or with a friend who wants to learn.
I loved it because I tried something new. I love trying something new.
Trying something new, you get that, you know, new feeling, and then, you know, you have it kind of for the rest of your life on the hill if you learn it right. So yeah, slow it down. I wouldn't learn it at high speeds, but once you do it at higher speeds, you can drive and hold the press longer and really drive the nose or tail down. So it's a really fun one. So hey, thank you for
And what do we say?
being
What do
part
we
of
say?
this video, and
What?
finish it up.
What do we say? Kaplow!
Hey, Kapla, thank you for watching Happy Trend. And Kapla, yes.